Hello， 大家好，又翻到嚟輻射4嘅世界。上個世紀好似我哋去咗學院係咪？我都唔記得啦。唉，好耐冇玩過啦都。其實我要去邊嘅呢？成日啲掣咩我都唔知，睇下先啫。學院化定係呢個呢？做邊個任務呢？唉，順手做埋學院嗰，唔係嗰個係咪鐵路啊定地鐵啊？唉，唔記得啦，好似係鐵。受咗呀？咁鬼大鑊，受咗咁點算啊
？Useless
喎。咁我應該，我咪要做啲咩先嘅？喂 ，useless 喎。好似都唔係喎，唔得，我做學院嗰任務先可能要。如果唔係應該觸發唔到劇情，佢唔理我。咦，好似係喎。啊，係啊。
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival.
好高科技喎，喂。
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
係啊，冇錯啊。Where's my goddamn？ 賣身，係咪賣身
It's stuck.
Stuck？ 偷嘢先，掂唔掂一入嚟笠嘢？係咪應該有嘢同佢講啊？可以。
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
而家可以講粗口。
Sean, I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
佢叫父親大人。
Sean,
No, you. Go
open
away.
the door.
Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your mother. Just talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
原型
We're only just now beginning to
即係呢個係
explore the
生化
effects
人嚟
of
嘅。
extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
我哋鬧下人先。
I want answers, asshole. Now!
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I
而阿
am
伯嚟阿 Son，
your son.
It's really you.
我呢個小學會唔會太笨住，好似戇居俾人困咁樣而家？
It's true. In the vault, you have
雖然
no
個
concept
個
of the
個
passage
劇情係
of
真係
time.
咁樣嘅。
You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was
睇嚟
necessary.
佢已經俾人洗咗腦。
The Institute believed
Go,
humanity's
you
future
know.
depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
有啲眼瞓。
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics.
合
The
成有
most
機物你
logical
點合
starting
成？
point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone, even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above. Members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your father.
其實我乜都唔想聽，因為
He
我其
never
實
got
我
to
知
see you
咯。
grow up.
Yes.
同埋我唔知點解有一個 mon 好光咧，其實好
I've
慘。
gone over the records
佢而
of
家
the
個
incident, of course.
嗰個咩？
It
佢個
seems
背景
what
好
happened
光
to
嘅，
him
睇
was
到
an
好殘
unfortunate
眼。
bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes.
代理
I spent decades
咁
working
個真
to
嘅
reach
咧？
this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you do.
I'm glad we see it the same way. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
夠啦
I。think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
留響
You want me
度
to stay here in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground.
喂，但
You've been
係地面刺激啲喎。
You've seen what it's like.
咪你上過去未先？地面好刺激個，會死人嘅喎，會冧樓喎，爆炸喎木嘴。我唔同意。
Your Institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? The Brotherhood of Steel. They believe they're the only ones fit to control technology and destroy anyone who opposes them. And you would side with them. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast as. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
有個問題就係由於呢個遊戲入面係有4個結局嘅，咁你所揀係靠邊一邊棋呢？係去到一個情況之下呢，你揀咗之後呢，就冇得翻轉頭，除非你有 save， 即係你有 save 嘅話就可以按 save 咁翻返之前啦。咁但係我係有冇嘈住我，佢有講乜嘢先？我就有一個內定嘅結局嘅，就係用呢個鐵路嘅結局去做 ending 嘅。咁因為我感覺啦，鐵路呢個組織比較和善，應該都淨係滅咗學院嘅啫。我諗應該唔會打其他人嘅，所以我先用佢。所以但係我唔知道佢究竟正統續作之後咧，佢會用乜嘢啦嚇。咁就我唔知點決定啦。咁但係我至少一定唔會加入學院。但係而家加入咗，應該佢唔會叫我即刻做決定嘅吧？喂，暗
Thank
咗
you.。The Institute is now your home as much as it is
哦，咁
mine.
睇嚟係未去到做決
Please
定
take
嗰
some
刻嘅
time,。get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. Dr. Ayo in SRB.
我想飛啊佢。
Dr. Holt. And finally, Dr. Lee in advanced systems.
哇！
They've all been
傾完
notified of
偈
your
下一世啊，
arrival,
大
of
佬。
course. Meet them. And then we'll discuss what comes next.
哼。哇！真係大佬咁鬼死多，冇啦。呢個咩嚟㗎？咁有趣嘅咪高峰冇反應。哇嘿！喂，你張床都 high 啲㗎喎，真係咁正嘅。唔好理佢住，我哋做嗰啲支線先要揾嗰班人傾偈。但係個問題，我點樣行過去呢？就係一個問題啦。我知去咗邊，我自己都唔知。好近啊！呢度有一個。佢講嘢。
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father, but to all of us.
Okay.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long
Hi,
past
Doc.
their projected
They weren't kidding.
lifespans.
You really
You
are
ask
here.
me.
Well, all
They were
right.
built pretty well.
I'm Allie.
好似個個都識我咁嘅。
You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
我想活下去。
I guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
Oh, that's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board 啩？唔好咁早住。
I'm not on board with anything.
No? And yet here you are, poking around. One might find that suspicious. If you're not planning on staying, I'd recommend keeping your hands to yourself. Wouldn't want to give the impression you're up to something. And consider having another talk with Sean. He really is anxious to have you with us. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
其實都係差唔多呢啲嘅啫。我話未決定咧，叫我冇亂搞啫你。
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
我連你講緊嗰個係咩我都唔知。
Even so, I'm ready to see the full
下
Gen
一
3
個
roll out.
There we go. All set.
好遠呢。
Return to duty. Thanks again. Of course.
呢邊行上去，
You're here. Glad you made it.
睇嚟係啊。生命科學部。呢個生命科學部好似係咩
Not yet.
啊
I've been reviewing
維
Father's
吉爾
plans to
嗰個
expand
乜
our
鬼嘢？
operations.
I
Doctor,
wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must be
Clayton
close to 10
Holden,
years old by now.
head of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable.
好似
I
再陣
can't
講
wait
嘢
for。you to see the
For
work
so
we're
long
doing.
up there, don't you think?
It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the bioscience division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
猩猩，哦，我有印象啊！呢隻嘢， 你攻打學院嘅時候咧，佢出場勾你噶。
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
我翻嚟佢每一個人都會問一次嘅，真係。
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
有咩需要幫忙？
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
唉，好，下一個。佢講嘅大猩猩。
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
應該冇咁少㗎。喂，有個人企喺度，我以為係白冰嚟嘅添。
Clearance confirmed.
唔係白冰，即係睇落好似白冰啊！但係
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the
Feels
targeting
like this
package
project
upgrades
has
I
been
asked for.
going on for
Maybe I should take
months.
some courses with
It's
me.
an honor to meet you, ma'am.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see, constant vigilance is vital in preventing synth escapes.
Hi.
Doc?
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
其實呢個人唔係好相信我噃。
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface.
即係佢主要係控制追獵者
嘅 synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. What I gather you know is you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
點樣？我咪就咁射爛佢咯。
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
唉，你咁講啦，咁唔問你嘢啦。
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
係棘住。咦？咩嚟嘅？都係呢啲啊，冇乜用。哎呀！
Like any machine, a synth
唔
can
好亂咁
malfunction.
神。
Just wish it didn't happen so often.
睇下先，仲有呢邊，呢邊係咩嚟嘅？
No visible reaction indicated.
咩咩 system 先進系統部門。為下先進系統部門。啊，你呢度。Hey.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
唔該晒喎。
Thank you. I'm
即係
sure
有
that
呢
will
樣
come
嘢
in
應該
handy.
就
Given
解
that the
咗
relay is the only way to access the
嗰個傳
Institute,
送。
handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
係啦，可以快速翻去學院。OK。
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
哦，咁就完成任務㗎啦，咁簡單嘅。喂，我行錯路。咁之後我做咩咧？應該回收合成人。哦，而家就要同阿 Father 講嘢，就接下一個任務嘅。睇嚟應該揾咗愛國者講先，但係我睇你啲嘢先係。好啦，我睇咗一下啲資料，即係啲任務啊嗰啲嘢，咁就。
Facilities has expressed concerns about our power consumption.
Here we go again.
但係點解你隔住道門同你講嘢嘅？真係你。我哋下一集先再處理下學院定係乜鬼嘅問題啦。下一集再見啦嚇！多謝大家收睇《終於可以訂閱嘅頻道》，我哋下一條片再見。Thank you，拜拜。